to another episode of St. Vincent Untold Stories. On this episode, we feature Tedroy McCree, one of the slickest con men in the world. We're going to do this video in standard English and dialect. Not even Nigerian con men are as skilled as Tedroy. Trevor Buju Bailey have caught a lot of criminals, but Tedroy is the slippery for the hands of the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines police force. He is as slippery as a river mullet. Big ups to all of my subscribers. And if you are new to the channel, please remember to hit the subscribe button, the like button, and the notification bell if you wish to see more videos like these. This man had his own criminal empire where he pretended to be an agent working for a cruise ship. A lot of people dream of going on a cruise ship to work so they can travel the world and live that real Vincentian dream. One man heard that McCree was looking for people to go on the ship, so he decided to sell everything he had. One of his most prized possessions was a donkey. He put so much load on it that whenever he went to the mountains, the donkey would cry. He didn't want to sell the donkey, but had no choice. McCree convinced him to do so. When he found out he was conned by McCree, he stayed in his mother's house for 6 months, as he had already told his ex that he wouldn't be eating any more of her ramen, but steak and lobsters only, and she would beg him for another chance when he returned. Hundreds of people signed up and paid thousands to get medical checks done. People sold cars, bikes, lands, and even took out loans. While this was going on, McCree was taking rentals, sipping champagne, and throwing expensive parties. McCree gave them a date to return, and when they did, he told them the process would be ready by the next month. When they returned again, he told them more money was needed for the visas. After several more weeks had passed, they saw that the office was locked and McCree was nowhere to be found. Those involved went to the police and investigations were carried out. Some people were so ashamed that they went into hiding for months. Police published a wanted notice for McCree, but every time they saw him, within a split of a second, he was gone.
One time we met McCree at a shop, and he was sweating. So the man at the shop was saying, "McCree, why are you sweating so?" McCree said that he was doing some work on some rentals that he had. But about an hour later, a young lady walked up and said, "McCree, why are you here drinking beers?" When you said that you was going to the ATM to collect some money to bring back, the lady said that they were in the house 2 hours straight, rambling. She said that it was the first time that she had ever sweat so much. The entire bed was wet. She said that she had to throw cups, spoon, plates all over the house because of the tension. She said that McCree was so good that she wanted him to return. So she told him to go to the ATM and get some money for her to cook and do different stuff. So McCree promised that he would return. But lo and behold, that McCree was lying. He never returned.
He said that he was about to leave, but the lady said, "What were you doing all the time?" He said that he was working on his vehicle. The men at the shop began to laugh, so he asked what they were laughing for. One guy said that the vehicle had the word Pit Stop Rentals written on it. The lady replied and said, "But he told me he had 10 vehicles." It is alleged that McCree used to rent the rentals for $150, then say they belonged to him, then re-rent them for a higher price. He would also rent apartments around the carnival season and rent them out. Things stepped up when McCree moved up to real estate. It is alleged that he would make up false title deeds for land and sell them. That business brought in thousands. McCree was finally dancing and swimming with money. Whenever he brought over a lady, he would throw money in the chair, on the bed, and even in the dog pen. One time he wanted to get a girl, but she had told him if he was not in the church, she couldn't be with him. McCree cooked up a plan. Went to the Red Cross, got some church clothes, and for 7 months straight, he went to church. The young lady decided to sleep with him. Days went by, and no call from McCree. One day a van pulled up at the bus stop, and a lady ran over to McCree and said, "When are you coming by the house?" McCree asked if something was wrong with her brain. Seemed like she didn't remember anything. Few weeks ago, the police posted another wanted picture of McCree. It is alleged that McCree walked right into the barracks and walked out back just to mock the police. The police got word that he was around Kingstown, but couldn't find him. The top cops wanted to take Marlon Tommy, better known as agricultural police, out of retirement to go and catch him. as Marlon had a lot of experience sniffing out animals and thieves. The police were getting tired of McCree as he was making them look bad. The top cops said in a press conference that all criminals will be brought to justice. McCree got scared and gave up himself. It is alleged that he was given bail, but yet again went on the run. The police then posted his image again, asking him to come in. He decided to come in.
One old lady said that McCree started a romantic relationship with her. She said that she lost her husband and she was 85 years old, living off her retirement money. But you see, McCree was a smoother talker. He wouldn't tell her how good she looked. There is nothing that McCree did not do. He would clip her toenails, give her a manicure, and he would even put a sweet substance on her pillow.
A friend of mine's had a cat named Blinky. Whenever she went to sleep, Blinky would steal the fish. She was blaming her daughter until one night she heard the sound of a pot cover moving. The next night, she decided to put the real fish into the freezer and cut out some paper in the shape of a fish and put Epsom salt on them. When Blinky ate them and realized they had no taste, and his belly was acting up, he decided to mess all over the chairs as a payback. Right now, I'd have a few men, just like McCree. One ISO Lynch was pretending to be a lawyer, a real estate agent, and even a police, and con a major establishment in St. Vincent out of thousands. In a comment made on the last video, one lady said that an image was painted as if people were hungry. Yes, my friend, we have people here who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Farmers can't get planted and sold. If they were selling, why they have them giving away? One lady made a video yesterday showing the kind of things you have to do just for a road work. Why do we keep pretending that things are not hard here? Even Jack's enterprise had to downsize. Even police officers are crying for higher salary. It is not easy being a traffic police here. Sometimes you have to work in the blazing sun and the rain. Stations are in deplorable conditions. Once the police are properly equipped, criminals would get caught faster. Look where McCree walked into the barracks and walked back out. I heard Webster Woodley is doing much better now. Bailey, can we get an update soon? And can we have an interview with the alleged hitman? If McCree spends one day with Webster's hands, wouldn't be so slippery anymore. The top cops in St. Vincent recently held another press conference again and displayed the machines they confiscated. One looked like it could send many to the gave yard instantly. It's strange here how some guys have never held $5,000 in cash, but choose to pick up machines, then their immediate relatives have to go and find $5,000 to bury them. St. Vincent is too small for men like McCree and ISO Lynch. Their hands ought to have on silicone or tape. The Criminal Investigations Department should recruit McCree, given his experience. With that, they won't have to worry about finding him, and he would help to spot men just like him. Right now, the police are patrolling night and day. Some of the young guys carry machines way bigger than them. ISO Lynch is too slick. If you put him to work in the police canteen, he might con all the drinks and resell them. Or we can get McCree and ISO Lynch to sweet-talk investors and get them to buy all the plantings the farmers harvested and couldn't get sold. We have imported plantings in the supermarkets, but our locally grown have to be given away. Make that make sense. If we continue like this, large-scale farming would be no more. Why are the bananas looking like that? Are they being sprayed or dipped in something? If the government need help, have a round-table meeting with the youth. The PM is not as he used to be in things, and times are changing. Sometimes the youths can teach the elders as they are the ones now conducting the new studies. PM, you have to listen to the youths. The Minister of Agriculture probably wants to do more, but if he doesn't get the fundings, he